So, we go from that. We get a recap of things to come, like Triple H demanding an answer from Sting, and we also learn that Lana and Rusev will pay tribute to John Cena. That should be glorious. But I guess something of an interesting note, we get a Sheamus return vignette.
Yeah, I don't know why they just had a vignette. I think that there were rumors that he was returning tonight.
I heard those rumors, but I guess they turned out to be false because, we got vignette, but that's all we got. So, but I will say this, I do kind of like that they're going this route because, Randy Orton's going to be probably more of a spontaneous return, obviously, at this point. So it's cool that they're
spontaneous in, like, August.
I know, man. Now we're just kind of waiting, like, what's going on. But, yeah, Sheamus, hopefully he does return as a heel, and those rumors are true, because I do think his heel work at this point would be more refreshing than what he's done as a face.
The WWE continues to do the exact same thing every time they put a vignette up that pisses me off.
What's that? Oh, wait, no, I know this. They don't even put when the guy is going to come back. They just kind of leave it open-ended.
Like this, they did this with frickin' Brodus Clay for how long? I think it was like 4 or 5 months that they did it with him. But like, they could just play this same vignette once on Raw, once on Main Event, once on SmackDown. That's 3 times a week for the next 3 months. And we wouldn't be any wiser because they just show the same crap.
But you know what? Like, not to make a mountain out of a molehill here, I think that may be indicative to what you and I know many other wrestling fans have heard for years about, backstage production of Raw.
That they don't even frickin' know when he's coming back.
They don't even know when he's coming back. And with all the script rewrites, maybe there were some scripts where he came back tonight and they're like, no, we want something better in place. So no wonder they leave the vignettes open-ended, because what if they do put something and then they're like, crap, this isn't going to work because we've got this angle or something.
Because clearly we need this bad guy who our heel stable is supposed to be protecting wrestle 2 matches in one night.
I don't get it at all. All right. Well, with that said, we move to Paige versus Brie Bella. It was great to see.
Let me tell you right now, this was a solid freaking match.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed this. I can't really criticize.
I can't stand Brie Bella just randomly in the middle of a match screaming, Brie Bella! It makes no sense. She's a heel. She shouldn't be playing up to the crowd, and it's stupid. But other than that one thing, this was a solid Divas match.
Definitely. Paige, on her arms and Sharpie markers, she paid tribute to Drew McDonald, apparently a famous UK wrestler, so that was pretty cool. Nice.
Her trainer, I believe.
Really? That's really cool. That was a nice touch by her. Paige
they even got it trending on Twitter worldwide.
Paige is incredible.
Yeah.
And, good outing here between these two. I completely agree with you. The Brie mode crap doesn't make any sense. Neither does Nikki with this brand of, fearless, whatever. You guys are heels. Like, it amazed me because they used to be some of the best heels when they first came in, doing the loser and God knows the stuff they did with Karma. I'm still waiting for the comeuppance that we all know is never going to happen now. But now here it's like, we don't really feel like it anymore. We're going to be baby faces and play up to the crowd, right, guys? Boo! Are you saying Bo leave? He's still injured.
No, they're not saying boo. They're saying Bella.
Yeah. But in the end, Paige does get the win after the Rampage, which is funny too, because I think Nikki tried interfering and was like, Paige, if you touch my sister, they're having a match. I think touching's kind of part of it, personally.
Yeah.
And she
threw Brie into Nikki and knocked her down.
Oh, if only that was a sign of things to come, like Nikki Bella falling off the perch known as the Divas Championship, but I have my doubts.
We'll talk about that at a different time, though.
Absolutely, we will. But Paige does get the win. After the match, Nikki taunts Paige from the ramp. She says, well, I'm still the champion. Yeah, that's so wonderful for you. Still to come, we find out Brock Lesnar's going to be on this show.
Which is hilarious, because he got paid another $125,000 to show up, walk to the ring, stand there next to Paul Heyman, and then walk to the back.
I know this is going to make me sound like a dick, but if I was Brock, I would laugh at the rest of the locker room so hard. You're like making that stacks while you guys have to go out and physically compete, and I don't even have to say anything. Literally.
See, John, the problem with your logic here is that you're under the assumption that Brock Lesnar actually thinks about other professional wrestlers.
Right, though.
He shows up, he goes to the ring, He listens to Brock talk while he's thinking about screwing Sable, and then he walks to the back and picks up his check on the way to his limo.
Oh my god, that is the best I felt, because in Raw it was just so bland, just that whole idea. It's so great. But yeah, so we find out Brock and Heyman are going to be on the show, and it just felt weird to me, because I feel like Brock would have been more advertised, so I guess that kind of caught me off guard, but in the best way possible.
But again, though, he didn't do anything. There was no physicality.
Yeah, which, I mean, not to be that guy, Ashton, but you kind of wonder, like,
yeah,
why
it's
was
a
he even there?
It's a big time wasted appearance. Yeah.
Yeah, because here I was speculating. I don't know if you were. I was speculating that maybe Bryan and Reigns would come out and maybe all three of them would be in the same ring or something. Like I felt like that would be
yeah, you have hopes.
I know. But that laugh though, it's the only worthwhile thing about all this. But speaking of things that are worthwhile, we then go to our Lana and Rusev segment, and
dude, I hate to cut you off, but this whole thing went way too long. If you can do your best job at paraphrasing, go for it. If not, I will.
I'll give it my best shot. Lana shows a video package of Cena, pretty much showing him on his rise and then, of course, his fall. They pretty much say that they're going to destroy John Cena and that Rusev's the man around here now. Cena comes out. He does.
Wait. The one thing I did want to make sure you got in. At one point, Rusev was cutting a promo and the crowd was chanting "What?" and he says, "Don't what me? I'm a hero."
Yeah, I mean, I love Rusev. Let me just get that point across, too.
He's so good. He is so good.
But then Cena comes out. He does the, hey, I've been doing this for a long time, but this old man is going to kick your ass, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much saying everything about the face running the place without actually saying the face that runs the place. Then, where this segment really does get brilliant is after that, Rusev taunts Cena and says, you say you can't see me. Well, with that eye, I know you can't. And you say you're going to kick my ass, but I am going to crush you at Fastlane. And then when Cena says, if you're feeling froggy, jump, because you're still a gangster, obviously, Rusev actually answers the call, and he brings the fight to Cena.
If there was a segment on this podcast that was the exact opposite of Heat of the Night, maybe like the Shine of the Night or something like that, this would be it for me. Because Rusev stepped up. He was a freaking man. And the best part about this whole thing, other than him actually stepping up and taking the fight to Cena, thumb poke to the eye.
I love it. Dude, people always used to say when Alberto Del Rio was around that he was like the last kind of old school heel we had. To me, not only do I feel like Rusev feels that way, he does it so much better than
He's the Iron Sheik incarnate, dude.
Yeah, he really is. I'm telling you, like, the more he works, the less I worry about the aftermath of this feud. Because I've aired my worries to you. But the more I see Rusev just do his thing, the more I'm like, no, whatever the outcome of this feud is, I'm telling you, this guy's stock, it's still going up. He is too good at what he does, and it's crazy because this is the same guy that I liked while he was in NXT, but I didn't really think he was that much different from any other big hulking behemoth you'd see. But man, is he something special. Go Rusev. Yeah, he ends up lancing out. I wish, you know what though, and again, like, I hate to be that guy, but I wish he would have gotten the accolade in, just kind of the exclamation point, but the referee stepped in before he could do it. And I'm like, well, that's a waste of a stomp in the spine. But, hopefully we'll see what happens next Raw for the Go Home Fastlane show. Maybe Rusev will get another little edge on Cena.
Before we move on to our next segment to discuss, I have one question.
Absolutely.
What is wrong with John Cena's freaking eye?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, because, like,
I need somebody that knows. Anybody. I mean, if you're just going to say, oh, he has pink eye, then don't freaking bother. But if you actually know what the frick is wrong with his eye, comments, please. Anybody. Something.
Unless you actually could, through some kind of report or something, substantiate that he has pink eye, by all means. But yeah, somebody.
See, but that's the thing, though, John. I've had pink eye. I've seen people with pink eye. Pink eye doesn't cause the area around your eye to look bruised. It just makes your eye look pink.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't want to say that he got in some kind of fight or something, but something had to have happened.
My only guess is that he pulled a Ryback and he was lifting weights and dropped one of them on his face.
Oh God, that sounds
like a free weight bench press.
Oh God, that just sounds so painful. So whatever's wrong with his eye, maybe somebody could help us out with that.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing I can think of. I need somebody to just take me aside and be like, listen, this is what happened. You don't have to keep talking about it. You don't have to be thinking about it, because every time he's on TV, I don't even pay attention to what he says anymore because I'm so sidetracked thinking about WTF is wrong with his eye.
It's kind of like when Jillian Hall was around. I could never focus when she was cutting a promo because I'm like, that mole on her face.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's like bringing Austin Powers and Goldmember. Mole,
oh.
mole, 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 mole.
That was a good movie.